Amandla. Viva ANC, viva. Viva the Alliance, viva. Viva the spirit of Chris Hani, viva. Thank you, comrades. Let me also recognize the Treasurer General, Comrade Zweli Mkhize, the Chair of the province, a good friend, a younger friend, but good friend, Sishla Zikalala, the Secretary of the Youth League, Comrade Sabelo, the leadership of the activist movement that have convened all of us here today, senior leaders who are sitting in front of me who taught me politics in the early 1970s, Ila Gandhi, Swaminathan Gawandan, and others, and many comrades here who spent 10 years or 15 years or 20 years on Robben Island, all of whom we must thank together with Comrade Kathy for the fact that we have a free South Africa today. Let me also greet all of you, San Bonani, Namaste, Vanakkam, Assalamu Alaikum, and Shalom, and thank you for spending your afternoon with us. I matriculated from this school 50 years ago, so the age is showing now. But before I proceed, comrades and ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow will be an important anniversary in our history. Tomorrow is the day in 1993 that a senior leader of the Communist Party and the African National Congress, Mkhonto we Sizwe, was murdered by white right-wing people. Chris Hani. I want all of us to please stand for a moment of silence out of respect for Chris Hani and Ahmed Kathrada. A moment of silence, please. At least we can remember Chris Hani and Ahmed Kathrada with the respect that they deserve. Thank you very much. Let me also recognize Comrade Bheki Cele, our Deputy Minister, and he and I also yesterday saw the passing away and the burial of a comrade from Lamontville, Baba Dlamini, who in the early 1990s, when things were really tough in Durban generally and KwaZulu-Natal, was part of a group of activists like the late Jabu Stole, Bheki Cele, Mpho Scott, and others who resisted the incorporation of Lamontville into what was then the KwaZulu self-governing territory of apartheid. And I want to pay particular tribute to his family for this very quiet person who made a tremendous contribution over 30 or 40 years of activism to political education in the greater Durban area, to building up the civic and other structures in Lamontville. And you would never pick out Baba Dlamini in a crowd, but he was a quiet, humble person who was a pioneer of creating new types of organizations, including the underground, at a time when you would just get murdered overnight by what was then called the A-Team, set up by the apartheid regime. Comrade Kathy was also a quiet, humble, gentle soul. He wouldn't also stand out in a room. He would also earn all of our respect, young and old, by virtue of his wisdom, his quiet advice, and his gentle approach. And so it's in that spirit that I also want to thank Sean Bolton and the Kathrada family for giving us all an opportunity to come together this afternoon and pay tribute to a great hero of our revolution. A hero that we want to today celebrate, a hero to whom we want to say thank you for your contribution, but also a hero to whom we want to say we commit to continue the South Africa that is contained and described in the Freedom Charter. And that is a South Africa that belongs to all who live in it, a South Africa where the people shall indeed govern, a South Africa where all of us can share in the wealth of our country, a South Africa where there will be jobs for everybody. Comrade Kathy's democratic activism is now legend, but I will certainly advise the younger comrades amongst us to study this activism, together with that of many other comrades in the struggle, and not just salute people once a year or once in a while, but ask ourselves the question, as we become older in the ANC, as we take the baton to develop this great organization into an even greater organization, as we take on the responsibility of making sure that the ANC survives for another 20 or 30 years, let us understand what kind of activism does it take, what kind of democracy does it take, what kind of non-racial unity does it take to build this ANC and keep it alive. That's the key thing. Because we know today there is no other organization in South Africa that will ensure this non-racial, non-sexist, democratic South Africa. There is no one who can be trusted with the welfare of all 55 million people in South Africa. And that is why unity meant so much for Comrade Mandela, Sisulu, Tambo, Kathrada, Slovo, Monty Naika, and many others throughout our history. But that unity wasn't a unity without principle. It was a principled unity that is important. Because you see, comrades, any two of us or any group of us can make a deal today. Somebody will pass on a nice bag of money, we all share the money, and we say we now have unity because we're not going to fight because we all got a bit of money. That's not unity. Unity can't be based on money. Unity can't be based on these brown bags that are moving out all over. That is not Kathrada's ANC. What we also want is an ANC that, Comrade Kathrada would say, commits itself, at least for the next 20 years, as our government is beginning to do and has been doing, to make sure that young people in South Africa have a very different life from the one they have today. Young people must have jobs. Young people must have the proper training. Young people must get business opportunities. Young people must ensure that they grow into the economy of this country. And if we don't work together, we are not going to be able to accomplish what Comrade Kathrada and his generation, and indeed subsequent generations as well, have wanted for our country. Comrades, let's hear each other. It's my turn to talk. It's your turn to listen for now. It's a free country. It's a free country, but this is not respect. Everybody here spoke about unity in the ANC. Where is the unity in the ANC? Everybody said we will respect each other and sort out our differences in our structures. Let us live that principle. Let us go to the structures. So Comrade Kathrada and his generation, like ours, also wants radical economic transformation. But be careful. That radical economic transformation can't be for a handful of people. It must be for all of us. Radical economic transformation must mean that our families, particularly African families, don't pass poverty from father to child. They must start passing wealth from father to child. We want to create a country and an economy. We want to create a country, comrades. No, you got to hear. You don't like it, doesn't matter. Hear. Come on, guys. This is the intolerance you don't want. Amandla. So when we talk radical economic transformation, we must speak. Comrades, let's sit down. Let's sit down. Let's sit down. Radical economic transformation must mean that there must be land for all of our people, jobs for all of our people, that we must ensure that everybody in 20 years' time or less has some asset that can be passed on to future generations. And in that sense, we need a very different kind of economy from the one we have today. And the appeal to all of us who have some wealth, some property, and some assets is, let us find out how we can help others who don't have that. How do we include small businesses from the townships in our businesses? So let me carry on. Ahmed Kathrada would say to us that despite differences that we might have amongst us, and sometimes we must ask ourselves, what are our differences based on? What is it that we are arguing about? We agree on the kind of South Africa we want. We agree that we need a different kind of economy. We agree that all of our people must have a much better life than we have today. Oh, it's fine.
Let me address it. Amandla, comrades, Amandla, comrades there, Alshalen Pansi, comrades, Shalan Pansi, comrades, where are my comrades? Amandla, cela ma comrades ke nihlale phansi nonke nje nala. Comrades, la enambe passage. Sorry, the colleagues who are journalists, we request you to come and work from here. Is that the reason is that once you get there, you get us entertained. Just come and be with us here. Comrades, comrade, the one on the red, yourself, that one. Reverend, comrade, yeah. Comrades, Amandla. Ngicela senze nje maqabane. Ake senze nje. Nangu lo comrade weskipe esibovu. Loya omile. Uzomela uphume, you must go out or you must be disciplined. Let us start there. You must go out or you will be disciplined. Sit down, comrades. Ake nimzamela isihlalo lapho. Comrade Kasa. Kasa. Konu Kasa la. Yeah. Lo comrade ongemva kwakho weskipe sithi asibe mnyama. Lo seqethukile. Ohleli phansi lo faka into emhlophe la. Umuke waphinda wasukuma uzodinga uphume wena impela. Waphinda nje wasukuma uyaphuma. Hey, amaphoyisa, the police must. Wema comrade, shalan phansi. Amandla, shalan phansi ma comrade. hlalani phansi nonke. But webafowethu ubani oyisa amaphoyisa lapha? Uba uyisa amaphoyisa. We don't need the assistance of police as yet. All of those who are police, we don't need your assistance. Let us manage issues on our own. Ashlalen phansi my comrades. Amandla, sicela nihlale phansi. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Comrades, siyabonga. Amandla. Lapha emnyango. Comrades, lapha emnyango. Aniqede leso sixuku. Leso sixuku nizosiqeda ngokuthi abanye benu beze ngala ngakomrade uRavi. Okwesibili, amaphoyisa besingakaceli support yawo. Sizoyicela uma kunesidingo. Hlalani phansi ke. Amandla. Enye inkinga womaqabane ngiyacela nje ukunichazela. Uthi umuntu engakezwakali nokuthi uthini nibe seninemoya ephezulu kanti mhlamba akayi ngala nicabanga khona. So yehlisana umoya nilalele kuze qedwe. Wena comrade uma kungukuthi awuthuli wena impela oyebeza isandla uma ungathuli uzodinga sahambe sizoza lapho bese kudinga uphume. Now comrades, ake sibe discipline. We are an organization yabantu abadiscipline. Let's preserve discipline. Long live ANC, long live. Long live Ahmed Katrada, long live. You can proceed.
Amandla. Amandla. Let me round up on what Comrade Kathy would like for all of us. He would like us to be hopeful for the future, notwithstanding the many challenges that we have today. And comrades, let me say one thing. If we can't unite amongst ourselves, there's no hope for us in 2019. Remember that. We can carry on squabbling. We can carry on squabbling amongst us. We will lose the confidence of people from all walks of life, from all over South Africa. We don't want to. We want to remain in government so that we can change South Africa. So, Comrade Kathy's message to us, even today, despite everything that has happened, is continue to make the lives of young people better, and all of us in South Africa can do that. Secondly, work with each other to change the nature of our economy. We've changed the nature of our politics, changed the economy for the benefit of all. Stop the corruption that erodes our economy, and we will all have enough money. And importantly, let's work together so that we build a better South Africa for future generations of South Africans. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Comrade Pravin. Amandla! Friends and comrades, we are nearing the conclusion of our meeting. Can you please take your seats? Comrades! Amandla! Comrades, take your seats, please.